Well, good morning. So, some of you may know that I have a 2018 Ram 1500, right? Yeah, it's got the little 3.6 liter V6 in it. It's been a great rig. Bought it from Lithia in Medford, which those guys did an excellent job taking care of me. Super good rebates. Ridiculous rebates, to be honest. Anyways, truck's been great. So, the other morning, it was very cold outside. I'm in North Dakota. It was -17, I do believe. Anyways, I got a check engine light on the dash, which I wasn't real worried about it. I figured the oil was just thick or something like that, so it wasn't reading correctly. Drove to work. Check engine light did not go off, so when I got home, I went ahead and plugged the code reader into it and checked it, and it says that, hey, your oil pressure regulator or some shit like that is sludged up. So I say, okay. And I go ahead and call the dealership up and tell them what's going on. And they say, all right. So they tow it to their dealership over here in Minot, right? And at this point, I haven't had any problems with Minot. Everything's been good. But then they called me up the other day and they were like, hey, when's the last time you did an oil change on this? And I said, actually, I just did an oil change right before you picked it up. Like directly before you picked it up, because that light came on, it said sludge. I tried flushing everything out, seeing if new oil would fix it. Anyways, it did not. So they came and got it. He says, well, this oil hasn't been changed correctly. And I said, yes, it has. It's been changed exactly the way I was told to change it. And he says, well, there's no way because there's sludge in it. And I said, well, there is a way because I've done it. I have all the receipts. And the dealership in Medford told me that if I did my own oil changes, that'd be fine as long as I keep my receipts for some sort of record that it's been done. And the guy tells me, well, just because you have receipts for oil doesn't mean that it went into that truck. Which at this point, I'm just getting irritated because it's bullshit. I'm not going to drink the oil. And my other trucks are diesel. They're not going to take a 530 weight. Or 520, whatever it is. Anyway, so they're telling me, the lady calls me up the other day, very forward, about how if I have any more problems with this engine, they may not be able to cover it under the warranty due to improper oil changes. And I tell her the oil has not been changed improperly. It has been changed properly, I swear. I have the receipts. Once again, they tell me I can't prove that that goes in there, and if you have problems with your engine, especially if they're catastrophic, there's no way for you to prove that you've done what you need to do and that they will not cover it under warranty. My truck is less than 6 months old. Okay? I drive the shit out of this truck. Not like I hot rod the fuck out of it, but like I drive it all over the place. In 6 months, I've put 34,000 miles on my truck because I use it every single day, which is why I bought it. It gets good fuel mileage, and my other truck broke, and we needed another rig. Here we go. So they're telling me they can't cover it because my end hasn't been done correctly, and I could have caused damage to the engine, which is bullshit. So today I get it back, just because there's sludge in it, I'm going to do an oil change, right? So I pull, what did I do with that? I pull the oil filter out here. Some light on that. See all the particulates on that? Looks like shit. Which I'm sure is what they saw, and which is why they freaked the fuck out, and they're like, oh, this is bad. So we better not cover this. We better tell him right now that we're not going to cover it because this is bad, you know? And so I'm like, shit, you know, I'm going to do an oil change. I'm going to get this stuff cleaned out of there best I can. So I'm doing an oil change, do another oil change here pretty soon. But then I start getting into the engine, and the oil filter on these is right down inside here. Now, I don't have a way to turn a light on, and I apologize, but I swear to you, there is a hose right here. I need more light. That's disconnected. And then there's a hose right there that's disconnected. Now, I'm going through and I'm finding stuff that's just not done right. Things are loose. Things aren't done right. And they're telling me that they're not going to be able to cover my truck under warranty because I haven't done my part right, but yet their mechanic didn't even put the truck back together correctly. That doesn't seem right. Either way, this is what's going on. This is as far as it's gone so far. I am going to tear this cover off that my phone is tweaking out on, trying to figure out how to focus. And I'm going to look and see what else they didn't put back together correctly. And then I'm going to change my filter like I planned on doing and my oil. Put it back together, run it for a day, and change it again. I'm going to get these particulates out of there. And then I'm going to have them write me down a schedule as to how they would like me to maintain my engine, and I'm going to have them pull the filter so they can see that the particulates are out of the engine. Even if I have to change it 60 times, I will get the particulates out. I can't pull the oil pan off because that is mechanical, and I do believe it would void my warranty. So we are just going to flush the ever-living fuck out of it. But you should know, if you're going to buy a brand new truck, make sure you understand that at any point in time, that warranty that you signed can be taken away from you, whether you're doing what you're supposed to or not.